Hey, Sports Talk, man. What's up, guys? Welcome to Sports Talk with your boy Rico. I appreciate the love. Thank you guys for subscribing. I lost 6 subscribers. I know we were going back and forth on the comments. It might have been something I said in response to your comments you didn't like. It's okay. Or maybe, I send you guys some messages, to subscribe. Maybe you didn't like that. It's okay, man. I hope to get you back. Anyway, man, before we talk about Chip Kelly leaving UCLA to be an offensive coordinator, I know it's a shocker. I could have reported on that, but I was so busy. But hey, it's okay, man. Jason Kelsey, Jason Kelsey went to both Fox and ESPN to get a job, hoping to get a job. He's done. He does. There's a possibility. Now there's a possibility based on how things go. He might come back to the Eagles to play, but he's looking at all his options. Is that something he wants to do? I know it's if you play football is a physical sport. So you have to look at all of that. Are you able to come into that? To the grind, to the demand that it require you to have, day in, day out, to the commitment. If you're not committed to the sport, a lot of times you get hurt. Sometimes you can see that the strength and conditioning guys, can tell you that you have to have not just the strength, but you have to be conditioned to play the sport. And if you're not, a lot of times you get hurt. I'm not saying that people get hurt because because they don't have the strength and conditioning, but sometimes it's factor into it. But anyway, so Jason Kelsey, of course, again, he's enjoying his retiring life. You see him with Travis going there to do his thing, supporting his brother, and hey, it is what it is, man. I know people are not liking what he's doing. Eagle fans are not happy about that, but hey, the guy has to do what he wants to do. Just like you leave jobs, right? Sometimes you're not happy at where you are and you leave it. Anyway, man, it was a shocker for Chip Kelly, who has his time at UCLA. His record is 35-34, right? 35-34, not even 500, right? So one game below 500. So he decided, hey. He wants to leave. Well, he left UCLA. They weren't firing him. He left UCLA to go to go to Ohio State to be the offensive coordinator. But before that, he called several NFL organizations. He called the Raiders. They interviewed him for the offensive coordinator position because he knew that he wasn't getting the head coach because his agent reached out to several teams when they had the vacancies and they all told him no, they're not interested in Chip Kelly being the head coach. They already saw the product with the Eagles. They weren't interested in that. And this time around, he weren't talking about full control, but they're like, nah, we're good. We're not interested in offensive coordinator. Head coach position. And his agent asked them because he was willing to take anything. His agent, I'm gonna tell you why. So his agent asked him. His agent asked the team, several teams. For the head coaching, and then he said, okay, I'll take offensive coordinator. And so they reach out to only 3 teams. The Raiders interview Chip Kelly for their offensive coordinator position, and they pass on him. The Commanders interview him for the offensive coordinator position, and they pass on him. And then the Seahawks interview him for the offensive coordinator position. Now the Seahawks was thinking about bringing him in. Really bringing them in, but the last minute, they changed their mind. Similar to the Eagles, also, well, the Eagles weren't thinking about bringing them in. They were done with that, but what they did is similar to, I'm not saying that Jeffrey Lurie thought about it, but he did call. But they were going to give Kingsbury the job, but Kingsbury was the Eagles. That is, Kingsbury was going to let go of the entire staff to bring on his own staff, and the Eagles weren't ready to do that, so they didn't hire him. Of course, they went with Matt Moore. Moore was they went with Moore. Moore was willing to keep the entire staff. It just come in with his own playbook to run the offense as he should. But for Chip Kelly, again, he was trying to. The reason, when you look at it, right, since their NIL, which is like all the white coaches in college, they were against that. They didn't want the student athlete to be paid. They were against being paid. They were against the NIL because they knew that they were going to lose all the black players. They knew that, and these guys can't compete. You see Nick Saban, which is why Nick Saban is not a good coach. Nick Saban is not a good coach. He's a great recruiter because he always had the money behind him. Everywhere he went, every university had the money behind him. They had the powerhouse behind him, so he's able to go to those home and offer those poor kids who didn't have their parents, kids from the hood who don't have anything. He's able to offer them big money. Get their parents out, the mother a house, because a lot of those homes that he was going to, they were single mom homes. So those guys didn't have a father, or the father was in jail or whatever. He was able to offer them some money, and they were happy to get $300,000, $200,000. So Nick Saban was able to do that. He could go to those whole to the hoods and offer those kids who didn't have anything that stuff. So he almost had Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, he was like, nah, we're good. Travis Hunter decided to go with Deion Sanders, when he did. But Nick Saban decided to quit because looking at it, it's not just about the money you could offer them. These guys are multi-millionaire now. A lot of those guys, the star athletes are making millions of dollars, millions. The guys are signing $10 million deals in college. They making more money in college than right now. You look at Reese. Is a great WNBA, great player in women basketball and college basketball. She's making a lot of money, and she could have went to the WNBA, but she's making more money, way more money in college than she would, because the WNBA contract is $50,000 for a rookie, so it's not much for that transition to go there. So she's not trying to do that. So a lot of stuff not doing that. So for guys like Nick Saban who quit because he couldn't compete, which is the same thing you see Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly did. Chip Kelly left. With a record of, he's one game under 500, 35-34 record. When his time at UCLA, he came to the NFL. He was trash with the Eagles. Nick Saban came to the NFL with the Dolphins, trash. You saw that. So without the money buying big time players, they can't compete, because what the NIL put, what the transfer portal put, on the NCAA didn't like that, right? Every season, the transfer portal's open. So if you're a bad coach, so now, the minute that transfer portal thing start, the coaches start changing their tune, how they treat players. They change how they treat players now, because now your own players, you got to go back every season. Once the season ends, you got to go back into them and ask them, hey, are you coming back? You know what I mean? So now they have to recruit the players all over again. Not only do they have to recruit their own players, but they also have to go out to do that. And that's a lot for these coaches, because this is why these guys still hate Deion Sanders going to college. You know what I mean? Him going to Colorado with the Buffaloes, they didn't like that, because Deion Sanders played a game. He played a sport, right? He was one of the best. He was one of the best players in football. You know what I mean? So Deion Sanders played multiple positions. Well, not just multiple positions, multiple sports. He was a great basketball player. You know what I mean? Not mediocre, and that's a fact. Deion Sanders was a great basketball player, great baseball player. He wasn't mediocre. Great football player. Not like Jordan going to leaving the NBA to go play baseball. Jordan was trash in both. Jordan was trash. So now when Jordan left I'm gonna go back to whatever since I brought up Jordan. You know, for the haters out there, when Jordan left Chicago, he didn't leave willingly. You know, there was a lot of stuff coming in with gambling with him and his father. The NBA was, you know, didn't want to suspend Jordan. They told him retire, so he had to do that to save face. But anyway, with Chip Kelly, all those guys, Nick Saban, all those guys who you see guys leaving as head coaches. You know, as an offensive coordinator for Chip Kelly, he doesn't have to worry about the transfer portal. The head coach have to do that. The head coach have to worry about that stuff. So as an OC, his job is just coach whoever they give him, right? But as a head coach, you know, because you said to yourself, why would you leave a head coach position, right? It's like being a VP. Why would you leave a VP to go be a director somewhere unless the money is bigger? But if the money's not, why would you leave a director position to be a manager somewhere unless the money's bigger? You know what I mean? So you might leave somewhere if they're paying you more money, but in that particular thing, he's getting less money as an OC that you know what I mean, that he would than he was getting as a head coach, right? So it's like he talked to the organization to UCLA about you know being demoted. That's how bad it is. He didn't want to take it. You know, he didn't want to leave, but he's looking at it. It was a terrible thing, you know, for him. Not only dealing with the NIL, you know what I mean. Having the NIL is the best thing for those guys because the schools weren't, you know, the schools are getting billions of dollars, right? They're getting billions of dollars, and they're not trying to pay the players, right? You look at Notre Dame signed a $4 billion deal with NBC. They getting you know $4 billion a year from NBC. How much money they paying those kids? Nothing. So that having the NIL, you able to do that because I remember that playing sports, you know, you in college, you can't even get a hot dog from anybody. So you know what I mean? You get kicked out. You remember those days? But now things change. You know, so for your image and likeness, whatever, you're able to to sell that. You do commercials, you do all that stuff. That's why you see all those college athletes doing big things. They doing what they're doing. You know, hey, you can do that now. So that's good. So Chip Kelly leaving UCLA, you know, they can't compete the same way you see Nick Saban. Nick Saban you have to carry Nick Saban out of the field. He would that's how he would have played. He would have stayed there as long as he could to do that. But having the transfer portal every year, you got to recruit. So now you can't come up with the money with the black kids. You can't go to the hood and say, hey, I'm gonna give you $100,000. So when you go to the hood to guys who the mothers in Section 8 housing, they don't have, they're on food stamp, they're in the projects. You coming at, they don't have any money coming in. You come in and say, hey, it's $150,000. They're gonna jump on. They're gonna come at you. They're gonna take that. So when Nick Saban was able to go to those homes in the hood, right? He was able to do that. But he was able to go to those hoods and get those big time players, get the big offensive linemen, those big defensive linemen. He was able to do that. He was able to go to the trailer park, and do that and come up with the money, right? So he was getting big time players. But the minute Deion Sanders came in, you add the transfer portal, you add the NIL deals. That's why Nick Saban was so salty right now. You know what I mean? He was salty because he was mad because he's like, wow, I can't compete with that. Deion Sanders, who played the sport, was able to go to the home, talk to the mothers. You know what I mean? Focus on not just the sport, but having the not just the sport, but focus on the academic part. Hey, what if he get hurt? What's next? Right? He want to focus on those building those kids, man. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? He did that with at Jackson State. He was able to call his friends at Walmart, the Walton families to build an entire facility. Before that, nothing was going on over there. They didn't even have running water at Jackson State. Deion Sanders was able to do that. You know, Michael Strahan was able to give them the uniform, all the stuff. You know, Under Armour help him. So Deion Sanders was able to call friends to help him at Jackson State to build that program. So they have a facility right now. It's because of Deion Sanders at Jackson State. They didn't have that. That locker room was trash. Okay, that locker room was trash. Deion Sanders was able to build that locker room. They didn't even have running water. That's how bad it was at Jackson State. Deion Sanders was the one that transferred the school. Make sure they put them on the map. He gave them the playbook to succeed. That's why you see that they're a successful program right now because of Deion Sanders. All right, and so having that, a lot of the coaches, a lot of the white coaches were scared. They were scared. They were against that. That's why they put together so much with the Buffaloes. They were game planning each week. Not only they were doing their thing, but each week they were game planning against. Coaches were communicating with each other to destroy Deion Sanders. They wanted to destroy him. They wanted to show no, it can't work because they were scared of having him. So the Chip Kelly, all those guys who left college as the head coach, you know what I mean, to be OC somewhere else, they come in the NFL to be special team coach. They coming in to be offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, all that stuff because they realize they can't compete as a head coach. They can't compete with the transfer portals. Not only you got to go with you worry about your own players. Not only are you worried about other players. I see other players I could get, but then you have to recruit your own players, and that's they didn't have that. The Chip Kelly, what does he have to show for? With a 35-34 record, you one game below 500, right? Which is a failure. So what do you have to keep to attract new recruits? You can't. You can't just give them money anymore because they're making money already. Now there's some players you might be able to do that with, but other than that, to get the star players, all the stuff, the student athletes, it's not going to change. And that's what it is. But Chip Kelly tried his best. He called all 32 teams in the NFL. You know what I mean? He called it for two things. His agent called for not only for special team coach, offensive coordinators, and head coach. So head coaches. So when they had that stuff, a lot of the team told him no. But only 3 teams said, okay, let me interview you for the OC as a favor to his agent. And that's bad because they already saw the program. They saw the product you had with Chip Kelly. It was just terrible. You know what I mean? And nothing was going on, man. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, man, sports talk. Like, share, subscribe, man. I appreciate the love, man. We're growing the channel, and we started from 1 subscribers. You know what I mean? We pushing. We're almost 400. We were getting there, but we lost some people. Hey, again, it may not be your cup of tea. It's okay, man. And I hope you like, you share, and all I'm trying to do on this channel is deliver the real news to you, real stuff. I had the Chip Kelly information. I just it took time for me to deliver that. But hey, like I said, man, I'm growing this channel just to give you the real stuff, man. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Hopefully, this is where you come to get your news. Well, sports news and many more. We're trying to grow this. All right? Sports talk, like, subscribe, and share, man. I appreciate the love, man. Thank you very much, man. Peace out.